Hello student, good morning. Today we will start the life cycle of Trichinella spiralis. We have to study the geographical distribution and morphology of Trichinella spiralis, and we have to continue the life cycle of Trichinella spiralis. There is one remarkable features of the life cycle of Trichinella spiralis. The larvae and adult develops in different organs or one animals. That is, a single animal serves as both intermediate and definitive host. The adult live in the intestine of man and other suitable host. After copulation, the females burrow into the mucosa and submucosa, where being ovoviviparous, they produce larvae about 1500 per female. 1500 per female means one female nematode gives rise to 1500 larvae. These larvae then penetrate further, finally reaching the bloodstream, which distributed them the various organs of the body. They tends to settle, however, in skeletal muscles. Especially muscular muscles of the diaphragm, jaws, tongue, etc. Hence, they penetrate individual muscle fibers and grow up to 10 times their original size, reaching up to the 1.0 millimeter in length. Weeks 8 weeks during this period, they beginning to coil, forming the characteristic spiral. Host tissues reactions form a lemon. Period, they begin to coil, the forming characteristic spiral. Host tissues reactions form a lemon shaped cyst around the larva, which is now known as encapsulated larva within the cyst. The larva can survive for several months or years and still be viable. However, after about 6 to 18 months, calcification of the cyst and later of the larvae themselves sets in. Infections occurs when infected muscle is consumed by suitable host. The larvae are released in the duodenum and develop rapidly, reaching sexual maturity in only 40 hours. Shanta and Merovich in 1967 have given good accounts of the intestinal and muscle phases of the life cycle. Host of Trichinella spiralis. More than 100 species of mammals have been reported as host of Trichinella spiralis in the temperature region. There are two well-defined cycles: the urban cycle, which is maintained in rats, domestic pigs, and man, and the sylvatic cycle, in which wild carnivores like bears, foxes, badgers, weasels, etc., and wild boar are involved. In the Arctic region, the cycle is maintained in polar bears, Arctic foxes, wolves, minks, dogs, walruses, and seals. In tropical Africa, surveys of animal hosts have only been carried out in Kenya by Nelson Gugisberg and Mukund in 1963, in Tanzania by Sach in 1970, and in Senegal by Gritilet in 1970, Gritilet and Chevalier in 1970, and Gritilet and Vacillates in 1967. The results of these surveys have been summarized by Nelson in 1972 and reveals that the sylvatic cyst is domestic cycle being maintained in large cannibalistic and carrion feeding carnivores, especially spotted and striped hyenas, leopards, jackals, serval lions, as well as wild swine like bush pigs and warthogs. However, domesticated pigs and domesticated and wild rodents, as well as numerous viverrids and mustelids, which feed mainly on rodents, have not been found to be infected in this connection. A Kenyan strain of Trichinella spiralis has been recognized by Nelson and Mukundi in 1963, which is of low infectivity to rats and domestic pigs. Similarly, a West African strain has been recognized by Gritilet and collaboration in Senegal, which also has low infectivity in rodents and domestic pigs. Although Guinea pigs appears to be more susceptible to it than to the Kenyan strains, in an extensive series of experiments on the susceptibility of various domestic and wild animals to the West African strains. Gritilet and the Vacillates in 1968 found that the domestic cat was the most highly susceptible, closely followed by the domestic dog. The domestic had very low susceptibility, while rats, mice, Gambian rats, hedgehogs, and rabbits were reactive to infections. The primates, Papio, and Erythrosebus patus were very susceptible, while the warthog, which is regarded as an occasional host, was difficult to infect experimentally. Finally, carnivorous proved to be preferred host in West Africa. There is apparently an intestinal barrier in the pig, which prevents most larvae from developing to adulthood, while a muscular barrier causes rapid calcification of 60 to 100% of the larval cyst. Finally, and most important, it has been established that serial passage of this strain from wild carnivores through white rats increase its infectivity and rendered incapable of infecting domestic pigs. This is of great epidemiological significance because pigs can readily become susceptible when exposed to larvae which have undergone repeated passages, a fact stressed by Madsen in 1976 in connection with the validity of strains. Validity of strains. This is the life cycle of Trichinella spiralis and host of Trichinella spiralis. Okay, thank you.